Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is January the 9th, 2013. Okay, so I know with the videos in my videos, it's hard to believe what I'm trying to show you. And you know, if it was me watching somebody else's video about the same thing, I would probably not believe it either. I would probably not, you know, be able to. I probably wouldn't be able to see what they were trying to show me because I mean, you have to have a large screen. I use a 42-inch screen, and it really makes an incredible difference. I mean, it shows. You can see a lot more when you have a big screen. I really encourage people that want to know about this or even try this. What I'm showing you, just get a big screen. You need at least a 27-inch. I mean, to do it. If you have good eyes, I mean, you can use a 27-inch. I don't have that great of eyes, but I mean, I have to use a 42-inch or whatever. I mean, I was just ended up with the 42-inch. Basically, that's what I ended up with. I was trying to get something smaller, but that's what I ended up with. And yesterday I showed this moon south pole. What I'm doing is these are all reversed images of the moon that I'm putting over the Earth. That's how you're going to check to see if the moon's ever hit the Earth, right? It's like going to be like a rubber stamp. You're going to take a picture of the moon, you're going to flip it over, and you're going to lay it over on the Earth. Okay, and that's all. As simple as that. That's how easy it is to know the truth about the Earth and the moon. It's that simple. Unless these images have been purposely put out to do this, to throw us off. That's the only other thing that could be possible. Either the moon has hit the Earth and it is bigger, or the pictures have been made to show that. There's no doubt about that. I mean, every time I do this and put a picture with the picture, or because like I said, I don't hunt around anymore. If something has to show me, I have to see a familiar area or something and I put the two together. And you can do that after you get the hang of it and start to learn areas of the Earth and the Moon. This one right here, I was building off that one that I told you was an application placement, and I put the moon south pole over that one. So this is all to scale. Now what I did is I had the south pole up from the same one I had up yesterday. I haven't moved it. Okay, and then I know that there's this spot right. Oh, where is it? Right. Just give me a second. It's part of it. This part right here. I know this part right here, this shape right here is in the Arctic. This shape right here is in the Arctic Ocean right here. And when I put that in the Arctic Ocean in the right spot where it goes, like right, I'll show you right here. It goes right here. It's gonna be upside down, but it goes right here. See that line? That line, it goes right there. That I know it does. I know it does because I know that shape. It goes. This is the entire Arctic right here. This whole piece right here comes up like this, comes around, curls back down to like a point. But anyways, what I did is I tried I know this from the Copernicus impact that I did a while back, and I'll show you that. But I brought up the Copernicus crater. This is it right here. Okay, and I lined it up. I thought I lined up the right spot, but actually this isn't the spot I was looking for. But it's the same thing. The spot I was looking for, it's I can't remember. It'll line up more than one way. I'm going to show you that too. I'll show you how it lines up more than one way. Okay, so when I brought this up over the top and I got this all lined up, the way it looked like it lined up, because I'm looking at this point right here. See this point? Comes down to a point right here, like a conical shape, right here. Down like this, and across the top. Okay, so when I was looking for that basically, and I seen the line, could see the lines in the moon right there. You can see the line right here, kind of right here. Okay, so that's my one edge, and it comes across. But just take a look at how it lines up here. Let me get this back how I had it. Okay, so I brought this up and got it lined up the way I thought it looked like it went. It looked like it lined up like this, and then I looked at this part where Kepler is, and you can just see that the same thing hits the same exact thing. And there's that big crater. The big crater is right here. You're not seeing it, but because it's in the dark, but you can see it right there. It's right there, right in place. Anyways, when I took the South Pole moon South Pole away, and looked at this over the North America, this picture, it shows exactly what I'm saying. How one thing leads to another. Okay, you see, okay, Copernicus would be right here. right here in this spot, right off offshore, right there. See that spot where it kind of caves in right here? Okay, then just look at the rest of the picture as I faded in and out. Here, we get it to stop. Okay. Look at North America. Look at that shape. Look at that whole thing, and you get it. You can see, like in North America, you see this part. In the United States, you can see that area, Texas, right there. Okay, and you see how this blows all this. See how the blast pattern is going this direction and basically cleans off all this area here. It just blows everything off the top. It looks like, you know, just turns it into desert right there. Basically, that's what that is. All of this is like desert right here. So that's why, probably, I'd say that's probably why. It just, and then you can see around Colorado and the Rockies and all that right there. Look at that. It just goes right around that spot. This fits here. It goes right here. I mean, it shows that it's the same shape. At least if it didn't hit here, it hit what I think is when it hits the poles. All of these spots that I show you that are not at the pole anymore, or it impacts, those were at the pole at one time, because it only hits. Apparently, it only hits the poles. I think it only hits the poles of the Earth, and I mean the poles of the moon hit the poles of the Earth, and trust me, this side of the Earth or the moon definitely impacted the Earth. I'm sure this one right here shows that it happened right next to North America. Well, it probably happened when it was up at the pole. Let me shut that off, and I'll bring up the old one that I did a while back that I showed a bunch of times. It's a really good one. It's coming right up here. Right here. Okay, so this is the North Pole and the weather. I have to do an overlay in it right here because I can't. This program does not allow you to overlay pictures of the poles. Wonder why? Because that's where all of all the impacts are, at the poles. Look at the South Pole of the moon is the same shape as Antarctica and the same shape as the North Pole. Absolutely is. Okay, so what I want to do, I'd like to bring up the South Pole of the moon to this one actually. So I think I'm going to take the one that I have already. Oh man, that's way down there. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to just go ahead and take the one I have already up here. I guess I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it, I guess. Okay, so let's just get that down here over this, because I like building off this North Pole. This is a really good North Pole picture that I have Copernicus aligned with already, and I want to show you that we can get this one lined up too. This is going to line up too. We're just going to get you'll be able to see the craters and the weather. I know you will. So let me just move this out of my way a little bit. Get my bearings here. First, I'm just trying to find that big one. That should be pretty obvious. And I know it goes over here in Greenland, so I'm just going to try and turn it over there and do that overlay first, maybe. Do this pattern first, where Greenland goes, or that big crater goes right there at the curve of Greenland, right here. There's Greenland right there. There's a bunch of weather on it, but you can see that's the curve. There's Iceland. You want that big crater right about there. That looks like it might be Iceland right there. See that chunk that's out of the side of it? That is Iceland right there. That's Iceland, I think. Should be right in there somewhere. See that? Look at the pattern at the end of Iceland. See that? See the pattern on the island? Look at the pattern on the moon right there. That goes right there. Okay. It's the small details that are going to get. You have to know that this big crater goes in Greenland. You have to, if you don't know that, then it's going to take a while for you to get to know that. That's all. You know, you can watch my videos and I mean, it's going to help you along a lot. But look at Greenland here. Look at under Greenland. Look at this. Examine that for a minute. Think about what you're looking at. Look at the angles. Look at Greenland, the curve of Greenland. Look at that big crater right there. Okay, that's a perfect match right there. You see the big. I can see these two big craters right here in the weather. Right there. See one and the other right there in the weather. Absolutely. See that in the weather. I can see this one too. This one as well in the weather. You just got to. It takes practice to see it, but it's right here. You can see the disturbance all the way in a circle right here. That's the same thing. That is the same thing. Right there. And you can see how that lines up down here. Look at the angles. Oh, dang it, stop. Look at that angle right here. And I just did that. I didn't even know it was going to turn out that good. I had no idea that would turn out that good. But there you go. That's how it works. And that's not even. I mean, not even that. I didn't even. I was lining up to this right here, and all this fell right into place because I know that goes there. See, that's how it works. You find one spot that goes somewhere for sure, and then you take another little piece right next to it, and you go and you fit it all the way around till you know that the whole thing goes there, because you're doing it one little piece at a time, and you can get like. You can go to Google Images and you could download a really good image of that crater once you know the name of it, and which you can learn the name on Google Earth. They'll give you the name of it. You just go to the internet, type in that crater, name of that crater, and pull up it's most of the pictures from the space agencies are garbage, but sometimes you can get lucky and pull up one. But if it's like a crater that creates something really popular and famous on the Earth, which everything is popular and famous on the Earth, but I mean, like specifically Iceland, for instance, that one. I mean, there's a crater on the moon that hits that is shaped just like it, and good luck getting a picture of it off the internet. I mean, you can't get it's so hard to get a good picture of it. I had to use Google Moon, which leaves a lot out. So but I had to use it. That's like a perfect alignment right there. You can see the shape of Greenland. See it. That's what creates the big curve in Greenland, that crater. Believe it or not. That's what the NASA images show. Look at this is from NASA, JAXA, Selene, USGS. That's what that says right there. This is their map. And this Earth map is NOAA, US Navy, and whoever these other guys are. But I mean, that's all you need right there. So you just multiply the size of the moon about 4 times the size they say it is. Because it is the size of the Earth. That's what their images show. I mean, I can't help it. I know what I'm seeing. I know exactly what I'm seeing. The full pattern. It's not that hard to figure out, people. I can't believe I'm the only one that's figured this out, pretty much. I'm not the only one that's figured it out. Obviously, NASA scientists have figured it out. And you can see, once you realize this, you'll see that other people know. You will realize once you research black moon, dark moon, white moon, any of that kind of stuff, you'll see that other people know. You can see it in people's art, like my desktop. You can see it. Watch, I'll show you right now. People know. Right here, the big moon right here with all the chunks of land flying up from the gravity. This guy knows. This person knows. Whoever drew this picture knows that. They know about it. Sailor Moon, people who write Sailor Moon musicals or the scripts or whatever, the people, whoever created Sailor Moon knows about this. Japanese people know about it. Some people. I think they know more about it and tell people more about it than any other people on Earth. Really, because we don't get told anything. I have to pick up little tiny clues where they show a picture of the moon where they're showing how what they said it remained a mystery to this day what created the Marianas Trench, and then they show a picture of the moon. Okay, we just did that one together the other day. I'm gonna show it right now. That's a really good one. One I just did on video the other day. It was so good, unbelievable. That was so good. For Japan shows right up. Everything is so aligned. I'll bring it up in a second. Let me get this one turned off here. Okay, so this one over here, I haven't even named it yet. This one here. Okay, with the weather, we'll check the weather on it real quick. Weather fits beautifully still. Look at that, weather still fits it perfectly. Because this is a perfect alignment. I hope I never lose this one, because this one is a really nice alignment. Really nice. Here's Japan with the weather off. Let's see, turn the weather off. Japan. Very nice indeed. Here's Japan. And the claw print. Japan's dragon has the three claw prints. 3 claws. I think there's 5 in the Chinese dragon. They have 5. And there's another one somewhere other place they have 4 or something like that. But the Japanese claw print for the dragon is a 3-clawed paw print. There's the three paws right there. 3 claw, or the claw with the 3 fingers, I guess you call them. Yeah. The dragon right there. And then there's Japan right up there. And you can see the outline. Here, what I want to do is turn the borders on, and then you can really see. I wish I would have done that yesterday, because I've been forgetting to do that lately. She's going to love it as soon as it turns on. Person wants to steal all my information from me. Alright, do it. Just take it. There you go. Okay, Japan. And Google does that all the time when you start to switch between something that says not responding. They're just taking all your data. Right at that moment. Look at these lines up here. Look at the lines in Siberia or whatever that is up there. Look at that. Look at everything. Look at all these lines just traced right out. Look at this. This angle right there. You can see there's this thing, this volcano or whatever that is right there. You can see that it's all there. This is really good. Really, really good. And the application puts this in place for us. Bryce, you watched me do it the other day. There's Japan right there. Sea of Japan right in the middle. Here's the outline. You can see all of Japan right there. Look. All of it. So this is why Japan has such major earthquakes. They're right on the edge of a big giant crater, which is the Marianas Trench. That's your crater. People always tell me, if the moon hit the Earth, you'd see a big, it would, explode. It would destroy. And then they say it would leave a. Besides, you don't see no craters or nothing. Okay, well here, dude, everything on the Earth is a crater, practically. Okay, I mean everything that gets hit in the center. You got to imagine it's going to create a super volcano in that spot. It's going to create. That's what creates continents. Is these big volcanoes that this creates. And it leaves a big crater in the ocean right there. If that's not a big crater, I don't know what it is. Okay? When they show you on how the Earth was made, watch that. Watch it about the Marianas Trench. The deepest place on Earth. It's called How the Earth Was Made. Deepest place on Earth. About the Marianas Trench, okay? Watch that episode. And you tell me, about 8 minutes into the video, they say, they're getting ready to go to a commercial, and they say, and it remained a mystery to this day what created the Marianas Trench or some dumb thing like that. And then they, for no reason at all, they show a picture of the moon in space, and then they kind of go back down to the water. And right there, I mean, that's just a hint that tells you. And then when you get something like this happen, I mean, what are you supposed to think when you see that? When you see all of this fit, look at the borders around that. Look at it. I didn't even have the borders on when I put this down. It's on the video. You can see we did it together, and I put that down. I just checked the borders last night. Turned them on last night, and look at that. Okay? So what are you supposed to think? All of this stuff lines up over here. All of it. All that land fits in there. Right? Or the moon, I mean. All of the moon. All this stuff fits in the moon. Then you turn the weather on. What are you supposed to think about that? You see it all fit. Right? So what I'm saying is the moon has hit the Earth countless times. I'm not trying to be someone that just comes out and brings out bad news. I'm just trying to change the science to make it right, because I don't appreciate being lied to about the Earth I live on. That's not even cool at all. You want to run me off in some direction of plate tectonics and all that crap? I mean, that is not right. I don't believe that's right. I mean, I see that you're leaving it here for us to find ourselves, but you know that. For people that really want to know, they will find out themselves. But the thing I can't believe is it's not gotten out to anybody. People that have learned themselves, they haven't told anybody. Because I have looked. I mean, you can see that people know, but how the hell they haven't got the information out, I have no idea. I cannot believe. That's the part I don't believe. I don't believe that. So anyways, if you do this yourself, you'll see what I mean. I'm not trying to just make up a bunch of stuff to show people on YouTube videos. I mean, I don't even like making YouTube videos. Like I said before, I don't even like making them. I mean, it's I kind of enjoy seeing them get views or whatever when they turn out good or whatever. But I'm just trying to get the information documented and out there for people to see. That's all. I mean, you're not going to believe it till you see it yourself. So that's why I'm saying you have to try this yourself. You're not going to believe me. And I don't expect you to believe me until you do it yourself. Then you can come back and say, hey, you were wrong or you were right, whatever you want to say. But until you check, you will never know. Got that? All right, well, have a good day. I'll see you next time, or talk to you next time.